we will hear from Barthold Veenendaal, Senior Vice President of Innovation at the Edge at Schneider Electric. Welcome, everyone. This recording is part of an Industry Israel 4.0 community learning series, where we interview leading II4 community members to understand what's happening worldwide in industrial IoT and Industry 4.0. I'm Adam Zawel, head of the II4 community. And in February, Barthold Veenendaal came to Israel for II4 Week, which drew a total crowd of over 3,000 people. And Barthold was our keynote for one of the sessions, Industry and Energy, the Forgotten Frontier. And then Barthold left, and soon after, COVID took over the world and Israel. So today's short interview with Barthold is really an update on what's been happening since February in the world of Industry 4.0. Joining me to ask some smart questions, we have Yariv Lotan, Head of Strategic Sector Development at Startup Nation Central. So welcome, Barthold. Thank you for joining us. And the big question is, what has been happening in the past few months? What are you seeing in the Industry 4.0 marketplace?
So first of all, Adam and Yariv, I would like to say I'm missing Israel. Since I left, you decided that foreigners cannot enter anymore due to COVID. But let's now come to the real topic of this talk, how COVID-19 did influence and is influencing our Industry 4.0 world. But before that, I would like to say we as Innovation at the Edge in Schneider are there. And we have one priority, that's to partner with innovative entrepreneurs which share our vision of the industrial future. That's to say there will be more and more electricity and digitalization. Now coming back to this virus. This virus, I think, has four main themes which are influencing today's industrial world. First of all, we have remote work and digitalization, which becomes now a real reality. Then there is social distancing, regionalization of the manufacturing, and the supply chain resilience. All very nice, you will say, but what does this mean? What are the potential implications which are already there? With respect to the remote work, cybersecurity will be more and more important. And as Israel, you are well placed in that field. Then there will be more and more need of data. So data centers and micro data centers especially will be very important. So all technologies related to that are super in the picture at the moment. Then the increased digitalization will ask for collaborative tools. Social distancing, if I may say, the access to real data will be more and more important in order to make that there is fewer human interaction in order to guarantee the safety of the workers. Then computer vision will be used more and more to check the social distancing. And last but not least, there will be enhanced access control. Then, with respect to the regionalization of the production manufacturing, software-defined manufacturing will be key. This should allow a plant to produce several SKUs at the same place. Connected factories with augmented workforce will need more and more real-time data, hence what I said before, the need for data centers, micro data centers. And then the service model as a service will become more and more in the picture, from CapEx to OpEx. Then with respect to the resilience of our dear supply chain, track and trace traceability will be key. Also, there will be more and more e-commerce. This actually is quite positive for a small country like the country where I was born, the Netherlands, but also, although you are a great nation like the Netherlands, for Israel, e-commerce will make that the whole world is now at your door, and that you can do business with them. With respect to that, you will ask me perhaps, and we spoke with this before, what does this mean for the startup and Schneider? What does this mean in concrete? Now, let's be very clear. first of all, the usual principles will stay there. And that is something which is very important. The customer is always looking, and even today more than before, for simple, easy to install, operate, and maintain solutions. He is not looking for what we call happy engineering. In the past, I had a chance to work a lot with R&D people, very intelligent and smart. They came in many cases with very sophisticated, very good solutions, but they were simply too complex to be used in a plant by our customers. We should not forget the customer has to produce, he uses it as a tool, so it should be simple. Then with respect to digitalization, we should also not forget that many companies are only at the beginning of this. They have no experience with this. So all the solutions which we are proposing to them should be scalable. All this following the very good principle of start first walking to learn that, and then you can run. But don't do it the other way around because it will be a disaster. Concrete examples, how we do this. For example, in the supply chain, we are working with two companies in Israel, one Inspecto and another Kitov, on how we can use their systems to do quality control. Then we have a company like Castor, to which you give your plans, and then they tell you in what way you should change them in order to use 3D printing and until what kind of numbers you should use it, because at a certain moment molds will be still less expensive. Then in industry, social distancing, we are working with the company AnyVision in order to make sure that the safety of our employees is secured by social distancing, by vision systems. Then we are working with the company BeamUp in connective design. These are concrete examples since we went to Israel in what was in February, March, where we start with them. Then how do we try to help you? Because we are there to help you, because that is one of our things. We should give you access to what we have, but also please, because it's two way around, you give access to your right ideas. First of all, what I call always the boutique, our shop, stayed open and was even longer open during this whole COVID, and is still open day and night, because today it is even more important than before that we come with innovative breakthrough solutions. Secondly, what do we bring at Schneider? And I would like to come back, although I already started with this. Our Schneider Electric program is there to transform bold ideas at the edge into customer solution. What do I mean with that? We are there to help you to interact with what I call our nice mothership. We are there to help you in our organization, which is at certain moments a very nice maze, very well structured, but a little bit difficult perhaps if you are an outsider to understand where to go. And we are there to help you. We are there to manage the relation between the mothership, with all these possibilities, and you, which can bring us a lot with your new ideas. With respect to that, later I would like to say that in order to be concrete, because we are very concrete in Schneider, for early startups, we will start in September with SOSA, which everyone knows, I think, an incubation program. That program means that, first of all, the companies who participate in this will get a grant for free of $25,000. Secondly, you will be part of a coaching program of 3 months in Israel, Tel Aviv. You will get a place if you need a desk at the SOSA premises in Israel. And last but not least, if you like at the end, and if we come to a real concrete solution, you can partner with Schneider, or there will be investment of our fund in your company. All this we will do in September in order to help you, but also help us. Let's be very clear. This is a two-way relationship. If you win, we'll win, and if we win, you will win. So that is in a nutshell what we are trying to accomplish. We are a young organization with people which has a certain experience in our organization, so it is up to us to help you to find your way in it. We have a lot of competences, but also we know that you have a lot of competences, and we would like to put them together, that 1 + 1 becomes not 2, but 3 or even 4. That's it in a nutshell.
Very interesting. Thank you, Barthold. Listening to you, I heard that you're really targeting the remote side of the economy, or how to make remote interactions. And I understand that aside from supply chain and cyber issues, there are also issues of resilience. Can you pinpoint the technologies you see playing a significant role in the resilience as well as the supply chain side?
Yes, in the track and trace, serialization of the production will become more and more important. With respect to that, we will also get more and more vision systems which will be used during quality control. Then there will be also need for product information management softwares. That's to say that we have all the information available in a usable world way, that we can use them for e-commerce. All those technologies based on data will be important. Then also software-defined manufacturing to allow those multiple SKUs at a plant will create resilience, because it will make that in one plant you can do several products and you can change quite quickly, and this gives us this resilience with respect to the supply chain.
Thank you.
And Barthold, I would ask too. You know, it's amazing how you are, how prepared you are with understanding all these trends. You know, these 3 months since we saw you last. You know, it's been fast, crazy times, and you have formulated all of these ideas of the impact that this is going to have on manufacturing, which is exactly why we're interviewing you. My question is, are you ahead of the market? Is Schneider Electric ahead, or are you seeing your customers actually demand these things?
Now, first of all, let's stay humble. Thank you for the compliment, but first of all, that is, we are trying, as I said in the beginning with this organization, to listen to the customer and to listen to you. Because although we are a big company and we have a lot of people working, etc., and we do a lot of market research, etc., but, and that really is part of our DNA, we in Schneider, we are looking what the customer is asking for, and we are checking that and rechecking that. That is what we should do. I think we as Schneider are doing a lot in that, but it doesn't mean that our competitors are also not doing that. But we are doing it with this new organization, Innovation at the Edge, which is a very small group, which has 3 pillars. First of all, partnership to look for technical breaks and for new business models. We have an investment arm to help if the, how do you say that, the startups need money. And thirdly, very important also is we have an incubation team, that's to say inside or outside ideas, bold, innovative, which we help to become a reality. I think we are quite unique, but that doesn't mean that we're the only one. And 3 months, let's be very clear, 3 months you can also say is a very long period. It is more than 90 days. And in 90 days, you can do a lot, especially if you have a whole team, which we have behind us, the whole organization of Schneider, and we have this huge community of bright girls and boys in Israel, and not only in Israel, you are not the only one, in order to help us with that.
Great. Thank you very much. Yariv, do we have other questions for Barthold?
No, I think that we heard quite a lot, news as well as insights, and I think that we look forward to helping you with your program to make it a success in Israel.
Now, I would like to thank you for all the work you did, and especially this event in Israel just before the corona, before you kicked me out with the corona. Was really, for us, very eye-opening. We are missing Israel now, but we do it in a digital way. But I hope that, let's say, after the summer, we have also find a solution for corona and that we can come to Israel. Bye, everyone.